These people hate that you have become obsessed with your beauty, with your health, with everything pertaining to you. Some people will hate the fact that divine feminine women actually become obsessed with themselves. You see, some people would like you to believe that you are a narcissist, that you are arrogant, that you are somehow conceited because you are obsessed with you. Divine feminine women who heavily operate in their feminine energy are absolutely obsessed with themselves. This is not to say that they lack empathy or compassion or care for other people, but you are obsessed with yourself. A woman who embraces her femininity, who leans into her feminine energy, she becomes obsessed with her beauty, with her wellness, with her fitness, with everything that makes her a woman. You see, a part of being heavily in your femininity is to embrace your beauty, to embrace your looks, your appearance, and the way you present to the world. Some people will not understand why you give so much thought and attention to your beauty because they do not understand what it means to be divinely feminine, to lean into your feminine energy. When a woman embraces her beauty, she feels good about herself. And when I say beauty, I mean your hair, your nails, your skin, your fitness, everything that makes you feel good as a woman. See, the springtime is right around the corner, and I call that collarbone and shoulder weather. That's where you have that elongated neck, you see your collarbone, and your shoulders are rounded or more defined, especially if you are working on your fitness. You notice things like that and you like that more feminine appearance. Some people will hear you speak that way, even if your shoulders are not round, if they're square, if you have no neck, if you have no collarbone showing. I say that to say that women who are heavily in their feminine, they embrace the qualities about themselves that make them look the best and feel the best. See, for you, you might like your eyes or your arms or your legs or what have you. And when people see you do things that highlight those parts of yourself, or you just carry yourself as a very classy, feminine, people can tell you put effort into you kind of person. Some people will not like that. See, there's only certain type of people who will truly embrace and appreciate a woman who is divinely feminine. When you have conversations with certain people about your beauty, about the things that you're doing to enhance your beauty, if you're going to the spa, if you're going to the esthetician, if you're doing your at-home facials and you're doing your extractions and your scrubs and your exfoliating, if you are wearing your sleep mask and your nightly mask, your conditioning and deep conditioning and doing protein treatments to your hair, if you are going to the gym 2 to 3 times a week or 4 to 5 times a week, depending on your goals, some people will not understand that doing those kind of things make you feel good as a woman. A part of being in your divine femininity and leaning into that feminine side of yourself is making sure that you look good. And I know that might sound a little bit shallow for some people, but some people don't understand what it means to truly embrace being a feminine woman. It's more about how you present to the world. And it's not that you're trying to please other people, you're trying to please yourself. Hence the reason why some people won't like the fact that you have become obsessed with yourself. So these people hate the fact that you are obsessed with your beauty, with your wellness, with your health. And specifically, when you lean into that soft strength side of yourself, where you are still strong, you are still resilient, but you're taking more time to really embrace your femininity, you might not have the same kind of relationships that you used to have with women that you do now. You see, many people, and I've said this in another video, many people, especially women, are almost punished for resting, almost punished or made to feel ashamed for saying that I care about how I look, I care about how I feel. When you get into your 30s and your 40s, while fitness might be about, making sure you look good and all of that, a lot of times women will do those kind of things more so for their health and their stamina. And the looking good part is more of an added bonus. But see, this is more of a feminine understanding, a more of a divine feminine way of looking at your body and looking at yourself as a woman. You should feel good when you look in the mirror and see your body and see your smile and see your hair and see your skin. And when you start embracing that part of yourself, women who have been programmed to believe those things are not that important, they're going to make an issue for you. You might even find them being a little bit jealous of you because now you're paying attention to your femininity. You're paying attention to the things that make you soft, that make you glamorous, that make you feel beautiful, that make you feel, like that girl. They're going to look at those kind of things as if you are being conceited. And I hate to say this, but sometimes even in spiritual communities, especially for myself, as I believe, being a Christian, our femininity and those traits and those characters, it comes from God. And even in that community, sometimes we're almost made to feel ashamed for embracing femininity, embracing being soft, caring about how we look, even in a modest way, but still caring about how we look as if it's not that important. So when you start leaning into your femininity and your appearance and how you feel as a woman, everybody's not going to get it. And when I say you become obsessed with yourself, it's okay to use that word because it means that you now care about yourself to the extent that you're not going to let other people stop you from looking your best and feeling your best. Only a person who may be a little bit jealous of the fact that you're leveling up will try to make you feel bad for being womanly, feminine. So these people do not like the fact that you are obsessed with yourself. You are obsessed with all things that are going to make you better as a woman. And some people do not understand that. See, if people especially, and you have to be mindful to not give access to people who are accustomed to seeing you looking like and acting like anything. When a woman truly embraces her soft strength and leans into her divine femininity, there's no sitting around just looking like anything. There's no such thing as sitting around in odors and funk and ashiness and, all of that. Divine feminine women who truly lean into their feminine energy do not just sit around with no kind of feminine smell, no kind of feminine glow. I'll tell you one little tip that I do from time to time, more times than not when I'm home. Before my husband gets home from work, if I've been home all day and I might have been cooking and doing different things, I don't want to smell like the day. Even if he's working late, and this is not about him, but I'm using this as an example, because I don't want to smell like the Lysol, the Pine Sol, or whatever food I was cooking, I will freshen up before he gets here. Or I will freshen up after I do all of my errands, clean the house or whatever. It might be 5 or 6 p.m. and I'll take a quick shower to freshen up. Feminine women who lean into their divine femininity do things like freshen up. We're not waiting for the end of the night to take our final shower and then just sitting around in the day. And only a woman who divinely leans into her femininity will truly understand what I mean. If you feel sticky and icky and all of that, you're going to take a shower. You don't care if it's 2 p.m., 3 p.m., or 9 p.m. It doesn't matter how many showers you take. You're going to take another one so that you can feel good. And some people might look at you as, why are you going to do that? Aren't you still up? Why are you doing that? Aren't we just about to go somewhere else? Because I don't want to look like the day. I don't want to look sweaty and sticky or feel ucky. Women who lean into their femininity don't do things by the book. We are obsessed with keeping ourselves fresh and feeling and looking good. And that's internally and externally. So these people do not like the fact that you have become obsessed with yourself. You embrace your beauty, your wellness, and your peace of mind. When it comes to being obsessed with yourself, when it comes to embracing your peace of mind, for a feminine woman who leans heavily into her feminine energy, this might be a woman who takes her shower. It doesn't matter if it's mid-afternoon, takes her shower, freshen up, and then she lays down for a few. She might sit in her room and watch a video, watch a YouTube video, or watch her program, or, have a meal by herself. Just enjoy quiet. There will be some people who do not like the fact that you're not constantly making time for them. Some people do not understand that when a woman starts to truly value her peace of mind, when she leans into her femininity, that divine feminine way of being as a woman, she does not allow people to exhaust her. This is another way that women become obsessed with being unbothered and leaning into their femininity. They enjoy the company of others, but up to a certain limit. You enjoy the company as long as it is benefiting you and it is not draining you. When women become obsessed with their peace of mind, with their beauty, with their health, with their fitness, they are prioritizing the things that make them feel good, both inside and out. So we spoke about the beauty aspect and how you take your showers and freshen up so that you can feel good and feel clean. But your mind, people will not like the idea that you have become obsessed with your mental health and with your peace of mind. When you no longer allow people to exhaust you and wear you down with their drama, with their issues, or with the cares of the world, when you don't allow people to constantly talk to you about all of the bad things that are happening in the world, that you'd rather focus on more positive things. You're obsessed with doing your hobbies and meditation, or just focusing on anything that's not heavy. There will be some people who do not get it. And don't be surprised if people will start looking at you as if you are somehow weak-minded, because you no longer allow people to exhaust you and weigh you down with all of the heavy things that life has to offer. Women who lean into their divine femininity, you are a divine feminine woman and you operate in that feminine energy, you are not entertaining conversations about negativity constantly. You become obsessed with meditating on things that are good, things that are lovely, things that bring a good report. It's not to say that you're not aware of the negative things that happen in the world. It's not to say that you're not aware that bad things may be happening, but you're just not obsessed with all of the negativity in the world. You're not letting that consume your energy. You're aware, but you're not consumed. And there will be some people who will try to treat you as if you're an airhead because you are no longer weighed down by negative things. You're choosing to embrace positive things. I have certain channels on YouTube that I love to watch because they're not about anything. They're very light. There are certain TV shows that I like to watch because they are not about anything. They're very light. They make me laugh. They make me think about things that are not heavy. And some people might look at your whimsy because that's really what it is. Divine feminine women who operate in their feminine energy have a level of whimsy and joy that most people cannot understand unless they embrace a woman's femininity and her divine soft nature. I watch a YouTube channel about some woman that's always in Svalbard. She lives in Svalbard, which is in Norway. It's about the Arctic. I watch her a lot. There's a channel called Darling Desi. She pretty much does these Bridgerton theme, and around the fall time, she does these kind of, fall aesthetic videos, which I absolutely love. And there are a lot of other content creators that I watch that are very light and very aesthetic and very just laid back. They keep me connected to my femininity and my feminine softness because it's not always heavy and weighed down. On my other channel, All Things Woman, I speak about a lot of heavy topics, topics that we need to be aware of pertaining to jealousy and envy, but that is not where I live day to day. I teach those lessons and I get back to my feminine soft nature. I focus on, bettering myself. I'm normally in the gym at night. I like going at night because it's an easy way for me to wind down. I meditate and pray and listen to ministry. I give you this to say that women who operate in the divine feminine energy, we take care of our business, but we also have balance. And that includes not allowing people to constantly weigh us down with their issues. We become obsessed with the things that are important to us, and some people do not like it. They're not going to understand it, and that's okay. A part of having that soft strength is having that strength and resilience to understand that you're going to be misunderstood. Women who lean into their divine femininity understand that they're going to be misunderstood. When people see that you are a divine feminine woman and that you have that feminine energy, they may perceive you as being lazy. They may perceive you as being weak-minded, that you can't handle a lot mentally. It's not that you can't handle a lot, it's that you don't want to. I spent many years of my life handling a bunch of heaviness. I was the go-to for everything heavy. You can talk to me about anything at all hours of the night. Now, I treat myself as sacred. I treat myself according to my limitations and what I will and won't deal with. And there will be some people who will not like the fact that you put those kind of guardrails around yourself. You become obsessed with protecting your peace, and not everybody is going to like it, nor will they understand it. And that's okay. So these people hate the fact that you have become obsessed with yourself. You've become obsessed with your beauty and how you present to the world. You become obsessed with how you feel and the way you maintain yourself as a woman. You have become obsessed with your peace of mind and maintaining it. You've put certain guardrails in place so that people cannot cross your boundaries and get you into a space and place where you do not want to be. Women who they consider to be self-absorbed, shallow, or obsessed with themselves, they like to throw out the word narcissism, are nothing more than women who have often been through the trenches of life with people using and misusing their femininity and their feminine nature and completely draining them of it. When you get to a point in life as a woman where you refuse to allow people to drain you of your feminine energy, of your mental stability, of your sanity, you will become obsessed with yourself in a healthy way. And this is Soft Strength Society, where we overcome, evolve, and elevate as women. If any of that interests you, hit the like button and subscribe to this channel, and make sure your notification bell is turned on so that you're aware when I post a brand new video. If you watch this video until the very end, put the cute little high heel emoji in the comments section. I absolutely love to see it. Or actually, put the cute little butterfly emoji in the comment section. I absolutely love to see it. Take care.